My total surgical journey started about 4 years ago. I went to my primary care doctor for just a checkup, and he was extremely blunt with me, and he told me, "Darla, if you don't lose this weight, you won't be here in 5 years." Well, I'd had 5 other doctors tell me the same thing, all specialists, and I thought, yeah, right, well, it's easier said than done. And I'd gone on all kinds of weight loss programs, OptiFast, FinFin, Weight Watchers, Meridia, all kinds of things. But I would lose the weight. However, I would gain back more weight than I had lost. So I thought, okay, well, maybe he has something. So he says, well, I want you to go see a nutritionist. So I went up and I saw the nutritionist, and she was a really nice lady. I went to meetings with her once a month for 6 months. And at the end of 6 months, it was the end of December, and she said, "Are you interested in bariatric surgery?" And I said, "Well, I don't think so." She said, "Well, why is that?" And I said, "Well, I really don't know that much about it." So she said, "Well, you know, they do have seminars." And I said, "Well, okay, fine." She's here. So she gave me a card. She said, "If you're interested, you can give them a call." So I went home and I thought, maybe I should give them a call. It won't hurt me to go to a seminar. So I gave them a call, and they had them every Saturday at a hospital in Arcadia. So, and I live in Covina. So I thought, well, it's not that far. I'll go up there and just find out what it's all about. So I went to a meeting January 5th, and it was kind of overwhelming for me, because I thought, wow, there's a lot to it. And I thought, I need to know more. So then I went to another meeting January 22nd of that month. And I learned more. And then they wanted you to sign up if you're interested in more information. So I thought, okay, fine. So I signed up. It's a little more information, and I knew a little more about it. And I thought, well, maybe this is something I'm interested in. And I kept thinking about what my doctor kept saying: "You won't be here in 5 years if you don't do something about losing that weight." Well, I'd lost quite a bit. I'd already lost what I thought was quite a bit of weight, 18 pounds. But I started out my journey with my doctor at 256 pounds. And I know I was overweight, but it was so hard to get it off. And so I thought, okay, I've got to do something. There's no getting around it. So I went ahead and I went into the office, and I told them, yes, I am interested in it. And they told me the requirements, and there's a lot of things you have to go through to qualify. It is a qualifying procedure, and it took me probably 6 to 8 months in order to get to the surgery itself. So, and I spoke to my husband about all this. He's been with me through the whole journey. And but to go back a little bit, I didn't come here first. I wanted to find out more about plastic surgeons, because I really didn't know that much about it. My daughter's mother-in-law had just had a tummy tuck through a surgeon over in Chino. And so I thought, well, I want to go talk to him. So we went over there. He was with me, and there were certain things that we weren't really happy with. But, well, I really respect my daughter's mother-in-law, and I thought, well, she really knew what's going on. Well, then I was at Curves, and I was talking to some of the girls, much younger than me, I might add. And the one girl said, well, I go to a plastic surgeon over in Rancho Cucamonga. And she said, I'm really happy with him, and why don't you go over and talk to him? So she gave me his card. Well, so I said, oh, okay, fine. So I got my husband again and drug him out, and we came over here. Now, this was the third plastic surgeon that I had spoken with, because going back, the first plastic surgeon was with my dermatologist office. And his office was that was in San Dimas. However, the plastic surgeon's office was in Pasadena. And I hate to drive to Pasadena. So it wasn't anything against that plastic surgeon. It was just that I hate the traffic and the parking, everything in Pasadena. So I said, I don't want to go out there. And so that's when we went ahead and came out here. And we saw Dr. Haibi. And he spoke to us. Everybody in the office was very, very pleasant. They made me feel very comfortable. I just really had a good feel. It was something that is very special to me because, you know, when you're going to have something this serious done, and costly, I might add, you really have to look around, just like you would if you're going to go buy a new car. You look around before you make any decisions. So we did, and then we went out in the car after it was over, and I said, what do you think? And I knew what I thought, but I wanted to know his view first. So he said, well, I really liked Dr. Haibi. And he said, everyone was so nice, and Chris was extremely helpful. And so I said, well, you know, I think this is, you know, we waited a while. And then we came back and spoke again about it. Just kind of had to think about it a little bit. And so I said, so then that's when I decided, yes, that I want to go. And I'd already spoken with Dr. Haibi about what was important to me, and it was my neck and my facelift, and mainly my neck is what I hated, and my arms, because I had at least 2 inches of skin hanging down, because when I did have the gastric bypass, I didn't realize that I was going to have so much skin hanging around. That's a crazy way to put it, but anyway, other people didn't see it, but I did. I mean, I look in the mirror and it was awful, my neck. And it was, a lot of it was genetics too, because my mother had it. And I hated to see that on her as well. And so I thought, when I get old, I don't want that turkey neck. And so I said, well, I told my husband, you know, he was right there along with me the whole time. I have to say, he was so good about the whole thing. And he said, well, whatever you want to do, it's up to you. So I said, well, okay. So I went ahead, and August, my mother's birthday is August the 11th, so I had my surgery August the 11th. That's how I can remember it, of last year, 2013. And Dr. Haibi explained to me it's not just a neck thing, it's combined. It's a neck facelift. He has to take care of both of them because it's all combined. So we had the neck facelift, and I have to say, it really was not bad. I mean, everybody in the surgical department was very, very pleasant and made me feel so comfortable. I mean, it was amazing. Even the anesthesiologist, I have to say, she made me feel really comfortable. I mean, everybody, you know, it's really not a big deal. I mean, to be totally honest, it's not a big deal. And I'm really, really glad that I did it, but mostly I'm very grateful for the doctor. I mean, Dr. Haibi was wonderful. He was like a friend, you know, and very professional, I have to say. Everybody is very professional, makes you feel comfortable, and the big thing is everybody wants you to be happy. Well, that's what I wanted too. So I went ahead and had my surgery, and now I had it done about 6 months ago, and I feel great. I did from the very beginning. The first night he gives you pain medicine, but I only took it that evening because I was afraid I might hurt that night. But I didn't have to take it the rest of the time, so it was not a lot of pain or anything. And then I was anxious to have my arms done, and so we waited 3 months, and I scheduled it like 2 months out, and then I had my Brachioplasty, had my arms done, and I mean, I had like 2 inches of skin hanging on both arms. I shouldn't have worn this top so you could see them, but he took all that skin off. Truthfully, there's no pain at all. I have to be totally honest, no pain. He did give me a prescription, but I had pain medicine left over from before, so I thought, and it'd only been 2 months, so you know, 3 months actually, and I thought, well, I'm not going to get it filled because I probably won't need it anyway. So I had the surgery, and now it's been, well, about 3 months. I feel great, and I'm just really grateful, and I'm happy I had it done. My doctor was extremely blunt because I weighed 256 pounds, and he told me flat out if I did not lose this weight that I would not be here in 5 years. And some of my motivation was my grandson, my oldest grandson's wife was pregnant with a baby. It was due in about 8 months. And I thought, I want to be here for that baby. I want to see it. I want to be a part of its life. And so I thought, this is something I can do. And so there was a way out of losing this weight, and I could live longer. So my husband and I discussed it a lot, and he kept telling me, whatever I want to do, he's there for me. Very supportive, I have to say, and it was a lot of help. And I felt that since he was going to be on this journey with me, I didn't want to do it alone. So every time I went to the doctor, I just asked him to go with me. And especially when I went for my consultations, I wanted him there. It's very important to hear another set of, have eyes and have, it was just eyes and ears. It's really, really, really important, I have to say. I would not have wanted to do this alone. If I had to do it alone, I would have. So after I had the bariatric surgery, and I was feeling good from that, then, and I actually lost 135 pounds. So now I'm at 125. Very happy about that. But something else that's very important is exercise. It's not just the bariatric surgery. They teach you that that's a tool. And that's what it is. It's nothing more than a tool. Just like the machines that I exercise on at Curves, it's a tool. And it's how you use it. Because I don't want to gain my weight back. There is a possibility that people can gain their weight back, but I don't plan to be one of them. I do exercise. I try to go at least 5 days a week. And when I'm not there, I like to walk. And something else that is kind of interesting is my husband used to hike all the time. And he'd always want me to go, and I say, no, I can't do it. I mean, that hill will kill me if I try to walk up that hill. Well, it did hurt me. I was so heavy. And so I didn't go. And then they had some hiking adventures at my Curves. And one of the trainers was going to take all of us, whoever wanted to go, once a month, the end of the month. So we went up to Pudding Stone, and I thought, you know, I can do this. I was 135 pounds lighter. I loved it. I love to hike now. And my husband and I go hiking. It's something that we can do together. We're getting outdoors, and it's so beautiful. I mean, I love it. So it's really broadened my whole life. I can do things, I mean, I can get on the floor and play with my grandson. He's 2 years old now. After I'd lost the 135 pounds, I realized I had so much skin. Mainly, my neck bothered me. It was, I had a big turkey neck, and it truly bothered me when I looked in the mirror. I thought, oh, it was just gross. And so I thought, oh, I've got to do something about it. And a girlfriend recommended Dr. Haivi to me. And so I thought, okay, so I got my husband, and we came to see Dr. Haivi. And immediately, you could tell the difference in this office and the other 2 offices that I had visited. Everyone was very friendly. I couldn't get over how nice Dr. Haivi was. But he is. He's just a really nice man. I know he's, with all the certifications on the walls, you know, I know he's very well educated. He exudes friendship, a really good human being. And I like that. That meant a lot to me. I know that, and not only that, it doesn't hurt that he's an artist. You know, the anesthesiologist, when I was going under, the last thing I remember her saying was, "This is an artist. Dr. Haivi is an artist." And I went to sleep thinking, he's an artist. And, you know, I really believe it. I've had a lot of comments on my surgery. And I know I've seen other people that have had surgeries, plastic surgery, and their face is all tight. But I'm 73 years old. I'm not going to look 35, nor do I want to look 35. You know, I want to look natural, and I want to look my age. But I don't want the turkey neck, you know. Something that just makes me sick when I look in the mirror. So I think he's done an excellent job. I think I look my age. And I had other people say the same thing. You know, I don't look like I'm 35, and I don't want to. My husband was very happy with my surgeries. And at first, to be honest, he didn't want me to have them. He didn't want me to have the bariatric surgery because he was afraid of it. He didn't know enough about it. And a lot of people are afraid of it. And I think the more you learn, the better off you are. I think it's very important to go to seminars and actually see someone that has lost the weight. And that's what I did. And, but my husband has been there with me throughout all this. And the more he learned, the more he was not afraid. And the more supportive he was. And in the very beginning, I thought, well, with you or without you, I'm going to do something because I want to be here in 5 years. So, but he joined me with on this journey of mine, and we're both very, very happy. He's extremely happy, and so am I, because I'm going to be here with him now. You have to weigh. It's a very personal, individual thing. You weigh, do you want a scar or do you want all that skin hanging down? And the skin hanging down was horrible. But Dr. Haivi made my incision so that when my arms are down, you don't even see it. I mean, there's no way you'll see it. I can wear tank tops now when it gets warm that you'll never see the scar. And in fact, my scar is not all that bad, truthfully. I hope you get to see what it looks like. I should have worn a short sleeve because it's really not all that bad. And it will fade in time. It's faded already in 3 months of time. But he gives you medication to put on it. In fact, my husband is the one that put the medication on. We would put the we'd put the medication on a Q-tip. Well, actually, it's a cosmetic, like a Q-tip, but it's a cosmetic tip. And he would every day we'd do it morning and night. He would put the medicine for the scar on my arm for me. And my scar is really going away. It's not all that bad. I hope you can see before and after, because don't mind showing it even now, because it's not that bad. And I'm glad I did it. I'm really, really, really glad I did it.